Hey guys, Casey here and welcome back to another gardening greenhouse update. I want to say we are on week 7. So let's go take a look really quick and I will show you around. I need to fix a lot of things. Some things are going awry pretty badly actually. I need to transplant some things and so on and so forth. So let's get that started. Okay, we have banana pepper, purple beauty, banana. They're doing really good. They're tall. I had to raise my light because they were growing up in it and it was burning them pretty badly actually. It's getting to the point to where they're setting flowers and it's awful. They are just evil. But it is what it is. I have no idea if it's a mini bell thing or a pepper thing. But they all have these, especially the mini bells. This plant's not as bad. And let's see if I can get it to zoom in. These little white dots all over them, and it could be because they were too close to the light, but this one is really bad. Like you can see all the dots on it. It's on its stems, its leaves, and I'm not quite sure what it is. The plant seems healthy, but it's just got these dots all up on it. The bee balms are doing just fine. They're getting pretty big. Cinnamon basil has gotten quite big as well. Holy basil is doing fine. The cilantro is doing fine. The lime basil. Everything's getting nice and big, really. Some lemon basil is still pretty small. Opal basil is pretty small. The lettuces have definitely done really good. They're finally filling out a bit. The Romanesco broccolis, the two little ones. Let me zoom out here. The two little Romanesco broccolis here. And the blue curled Scottish kale. He's a little leggy. I'm not quite sure why, but he's alright. And the scarlet kale is doing pretty good. Eggplants are doing alright down there. And I'm happy to announce that the sweet williams are still very much alive, but I don't know for how much longer. I did have to confess that I nearly killed the celery. And by nearly I came in, they were all flattened completely. Not a single one of them was standing up. I had forgotten to water them. And they were just, of all the things to forget to water, of course it had to be the celery. So they are kind of recovering. But they were pretty grumpy at me. The onions are all doing fine back there. And of course some more peppers. They're doing fine as well. Let's see, I did plant a sunflower in the cup because we've got like 7 inches of snow, so I couldn't plant it directly. That's okay. We've got here the marigolds that I had started last week. Those onions could definitely use some water. Oh goodness. And here's some more marigolds. The original 2 Romanesco broccolis are doing fine. They actually could probably use a cup upgrade. And the tomatoes. The tomatoes are all doing very well, and it's about time for them to also get an upgrade in containers for the majority of them. They could definitely use some water. Looks like I have my work cut out for me, really. Everything has been actually like drinking a lot. The Swiss chard weed planted hasn't come up yet. It's a little dry. It's probably a little too dry. Marigolds. Our African daisy back there is doing alright. And then of course our apricot lemonade cosmoses are doing really good. And the Valkyrie asters are doing fine. And all the rest of the tomatoes. These guys, as you can see, are taking off pretty good since they're already in big containers. And then a shishito pepper back here in the corner. So that is what we've got so far for week 7. Some tomatoes are lagging behind, but all in all I've managed to keep everything alive. They are going through my 3 jugs of water often. I try not to keep them super moist. I haven't watered the peppers since I've transplanted them, so it is definitely time to do that. And I will try not to kill the celery by any means. Okay guys, so I have a midweek update here for you on the greenhouse. Obviously I've had to rearrange some things because the peppers are outgrowing. I haven't transplanted the tomatoes yet because really I want to get those onions out of the way. That way I can have room for them. The celery did get transplanted into nice big containers and they're doing great. Everything else is kind of okay, and I know you can't really see what with the purple light. This pepper plant's pretty sickly actually. He's got those bumps. So it looks like both of my mini bell peppers are severely infected with a blight, more or less, which is kind of sad. I realized that they're packed in there pretty tightly. There's no airflow in there at all, which is exactly what will happen to any plant like that that has, you know, their leaves are all touching each other and it's humid. So they got blight. They're not going to survive. At least I'm not going to try to make them survive. I'm just going to replant them, cut my losses now while I still can, and have time to. And I'm just going to replant both the mini bells. A couple of the banana peppers were starting to get it too. So they're okay. They might be savable. So I just kind of, well, spread everything out to the best of my ability. And I'm going to really work on hardening off those onions and the flowers and kind of clear out. I got rid of the cat grass and the baby lettuce microgreen stuff because I need the room. So I'll show you what I did to the greenhouse to kind of make it like that. So the big difference is I added another shelf back there because the peppers really are just, bell peppers and eggplants are going to town. They're taking over. I have a couple of peppers hiding back under here, so they're spaced out pretty good. And this pepper, he's been off in his corner over here since day one, so he's doing really, really good. I just have to worry about these tomatoes because they are all growing really good, and my goodness, they're all up on each other, and I have officially no room. Look at the poor leaf curl on that, though. He's got bumps on him. He's one of the banana peppers that definitely has the blight. Poor things. So yeah, just an update for you. It's kind of falling apart. Luckily the weather's warming up, so we might be able to save it yet. Anywho, that's all. Bye.